About 30 years behind the country.
Where is he? In the media room,
In the kitchen.
the production.
Yeah.
Okay, we are live.
All right.
All right, this is great. Welcome everybody to the Somers Town Board work session and regular meeting here for Thursday, July 13th, 2023, starting here at 7:06. Before we start, can everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
I'm gonna move my.
Now I know why you said I'm the man.
Not mine. It's like,
That's right.
Fancy fights.
all right, Patty, can we start with roll call, please?
Councilman William G. Faulkner,
Here.
Councilman Richard G. Clinchie,
Here.
Councilman Anthony J. Sirico,
Here.
Councilman Thomas A. Garrity Jr.
Here.
Supervisor Rob Scranton.
Here. All right. Go to public hearing here. Patty, can we ask for publishing and postings?
That was published on June 28th, Somers Record and posted up. to town clerk.
Thank you so much. All right, move on to public hearing. I'll make the motion to open a public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Hi.
So moved. First up, proposed local law to amend chapter 170 entitled zoning, amending 170-3 entitled definitions to add a new definition, defined term entitled self-storage facility. Is there anybody here to want to make
Do we even need to really?
even now, the public hearing? Anybody here for that?
We've covered this
Yeah,
multiple
eight on.
times.
I think we're good.
There's an attorney.
There isn't, would you like to come up? Sure.
Good evening. For the record, Stephen, the law firm McCullough Goldberger and Stout here on behalf of Glen Ida Realty, the owner of the subject property. We've been before you multiple times already. So I'll ask you if you'd like us to present any information again, but I know you guys know. West.
We do. In case somebody is watching who doesn't know, could you just tell them about where it is and about what it will do?
Sure. So it's 259 Route 100, right near Froggy's Deli.
Right. Corner.
Exactly. The property, as some of you may recall, some at home may recall, previously zoned R80, was rezoned not too long ago to the MFR 100 to allow for construction of a 24-unit multifamily development, 2 3-story buildings. But in the ensuing years, in light of COVID and everything else, the applicant took a look back on the property and they thought about what other uses might make sense there. So now what we're hoping to do and what we've asked you to do is to rezone the property from MFR 100 to OLI. And then we're asking you to add a new permitted use for self-storage within the OLI district, because what we'd like to do is a single 2-story self-storage facility, which we've presented before. We think this will be a tremendous transitional use between the residential and more commercial with significantly lower impacts as compared to multifamily.
Right. So anyone who's listening, by Froggy's, a 2-story storage facility.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
I don't,
So-
like
so-
we said, sorry, go ahead. Tony.
No, we covered this, I think, on June
Yep.
1st. So if you want to go back on the YouTube, see the presentations there. And if it's not there, maybe a few presentations before that.
Yeah, it's out there. They're looking the design of the buildings out there.
But in short, I think we all agree as a board that it's a great project. We appreciate the applicant looking to change to this and bringing it to our attention. And we think it's going to be a great project for the town and the location. So thank you.
Yeah.
Low impact, looks beautiful, and becomes part of the gateway into Somers proper.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else?
All right.
No? Then I'm gonna make a motion to close out public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I'd like to make a motion to adopt the local law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. All righty.
You had it.
So they do a neg deck first? Okay, what do we?
adopt the negative declaration and then adopt the zoning. Okay.
Okay,
Make a motion to adopt.
make the motion to adopt the negative deck.
Right.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
And then make a motion to adopt the proposed local law.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay,
Bingo.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Have a nice evening.
thank you.
Okay.
All right, next up is public comment. I will make a motion to open up public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Anybody out here for public comment? Okay. Paul, anybody out there on
Nope.
okay, then I'm going to make a motion to close out the public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. So moved. Approval of minutes. Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Department reports, Patty?
I have reports from the Town Clerk, Building Inspector, Zoning Board of Appeals, Plumbing, Bureau of Fire Prevention, Parks and Recreation, Planning and Engineering, Tax Receiver, and Director of Finance. I'm not a fan of the new mics.
It's gonna take some getting used to. So everybody can see here, we have some new microphones, we have some new video equipment. So we're just getting used to the loudness of the new mics, but it seems like our voices are carrying pretty good here, so it's gonna take us a little time to get used to it.
And we can turn them off too, huh?
And we can turn them off here, the little red button there,
Good.
as you can see. Yep.
You have control of Richard?
See? Hmm?
You have control of Richards?
I do have the main one here. I don't know if this is up. or not.
We're up, Rich.
Not yet. It's not up, but I have it. That'd be off half the time.
Yeah.
All right, on to the business of the board, to the town board. So some town Somers updates. Over the weekend, Heritage Hills had a large water main break over the weekend. Veolia seemed to fix it. It was off at 202, right in the woods. They had to cut a new road into the woods to fix it. So it took them a couple of days. They brought in some trucks, some water trucks to help out the residents of Heritage Hills, but that is back up and running. Pretty speedy work for the amount of work that entailed. Another update here. The Somers Energy and Environmental Committee was awarded a $5,000 grant from the New York Stretch Code. So that is a good thing as well. We also had a once in a lifetime storm. Somers fared pretty well, but Yorktown was hit pretty hard and went into a state of emergency. I wanted to thank everybody who reached out to us and let us know of some of the issues that they were having, but also people who called in and were concerned about their neighbors. So we appreciate that. And then there have been some new speed bumps that were put in Shinnerock. We've gotten some calls on that. It's to help with the speeding issues that are going on in some of the communities that we have. I just wanted to just address again to the people out there to slow down, especially in the summertime, actually all times, but more so in the summertime when kids are out there riding their bikes and running around, enjoying the warm weather. Do what you can to please slow down. And then that's all I would like to say about that. Number 2 here on the town board here, Route 6 project presentation, North Edge Realty Corporation, Mr. Gus Boniello, if you want to come up.
Yes, good evening. Tim Allen putting up the plan in a second. Anyway, we've been working with you the last couple of years on this project. We've been taking into consideration all your concerns, and we've made numerous changes. Just to kind of recap, the proposal now is for 66 units of townhomes. Access is off of Route 6 and also off of Mailpack Avenue. We have 15% affordable component to this plan, as is per your code. We comply with the master plan and zoning requirement for the MFR BP district. We're in line with New York State's push for housing, especially along mass transit routes. Route 6 is a major bus corridor. Anyway, over the last 2 years, we've tried to take in all the concerns of the town board. Just to kind of recap quickly where we're at. The homes were all changed to townhomes. At one point, we had 3 buildings of garden apartments. Now they are 66 units, all individual townhomes, 2-story townhouses. Number has been reduced from 95 to 77. Again, at the board's discussions with the board,
To 66 now.
to 66, excuse me.
77.
77, excuse me, 95 to
So
7.
it's 77 units,
Yes.
not 60.
What's 66?
Got the number mixed up with Summers Crossing.
All right. So
Oh, so
77.
77, yeah.
Okay, okay,
Gotta excuse me.
all right.
Tax structure was changed. This is now all fee simple. That's a major hit as far as condos, pretty much double the tax structure on it. Access, we're able to work out with Assembly of God Church. We will now have access directly out to Mailpack Avenue. So what that means is that off of Route 6, we'd like to keep that access also, but there will be no left-hand turns coming in or going out. So in other words, there's no crossing of traffic. Becomes a very, very simple intersection. No turning lanes other than turning lane coming in. Might be a little off, shoulder on that. But
Gus,
Dictates that? That no left turn, in other words, I mean, obviously you, developer, you can put signs up there. But is that? Is that state enforceable, town enforceable, et cetera?
both, I assume,
Oh.
I'm not a lawyer, but
Roland,
if it's no.
because we put a sign up there that says no left turn, could a resident make a left
Well,
turn?
The way it's structured, right? The way you
Put that-
build it,
And
there'll be no left turn out of there into lane.
Oh, so there's barriers.
You'll put that in your V and T law and it'll
Right.
be enforceable.
But we're gonna have it, it's gonna be like a 1-lane road anyway.
And also the, in the construction of it, the development of the turn, it can be
yeah,
partitioned off, so to speak, so that it forces cars right, but they can't turn left. In other words, as you're coming out, so to speak,
It'll be at an angle.
Mhm.
it's at an angle, exactly. There's no way for somebody to come in.
I would imagine that you can also put, there's striping that.
Oh, yeah,
If you just follow the striping and often,
but it's more the geometry. If you.
I would say
A certain-
the angle of it comes up
They can't come
to
in.
go west,
Yeah, in other words, coming down from west to east on Route 6,
right?
if the geometry is right, there's no place to turn into.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that. Now, just can you point out on the map where that Church of God? I drove down here the other day to try to see, I was wondering where you come out. So that is the Church of God.
This is the church.
Okay, that's what I thought, right?
And they own all three. These are all structures.
Oh, they do?
And where's the tool nut on that?
All the way
Oh,
to-
That one.
That's a, cool-
Okay, so it's 2,
So they have
1, 2. yeah.
ancillary, actually 4 ancillary structures.
and there's residences to the north there, to the left on the map, right?
There's, I believe, houses here.
Yeah.
And maybe 3 on the other side. I'm not
Excuse me, Gus, if possible, can you use the microphone?
sure.
The
So, yeah, it would be
wizard,
roughly, again, I'm not
yeah.
it's roughly 3 along here and 3 on this side over here.
Out of curiosity, have those people, are they aware of all this or the Church of God? You've had discussion obviously with the Church of God, but any of those other people, are they aware of this or this is,
Some are, some aren't.
They might
I'm
here
not
to,
sure.
yeah, sure.
I do know that there's people across the street that are associated also with the church,
Oh,
so they are well aware of it. And this is the county line, this is.
Right.
this is the-
Right.
Right there is the town line.
Gus, so 15% affordable, so that works out to, I just want to, instead of using that, 12 units,
Yes,
they're gonna be scattered throughout.
scattered throughout.
Again, I don't know, probably haven't had discussion with the county yet. Is 12 units, you think that's gonna be adequate to get you into the sewer district?
We're hoping to. We have water and sewer available running right alongside the site,
Right.
but we do have to get into the sewer district.
Right.
Right, and
And that, the The county, I believe, looks for 10% is there,
Right,
That's their,
and this is 15% is town of Somers.
but the county can be fickle at times also.
Well,
Um,
that I don't have control over.
do we, the total acreage is 15 acres?
15 acres. Just to kind of give you a little breakdown or a little something to compare it to.
And, go ahead.
Somers Crossing. We had the Chico's was part of the development on the same site, and then our townhouses. We had 66 units there on approximately 10 acres.
Okay.
This is 77 on 15.6 acres.
So down on this map, looking down south, there's a river down, now, is there a residential down there? Are there a couple of down there? And also, where would the river be?
River would be over here.
And
It's
it's
still a ways away.
down slope?
But that's at the very bottom. At the very bottom of the valley there. That's where the, obviously the river is. Then you start going up towards Whispering Pine.
Yep.
Then the closest subdivision is quite some ways away, and that would be
It's Windsor, is that place?
So Gus, what are the number of bedrooms designed in this 2, 1, 2, 3? What do we?
twos and threes.
How
Do
many?
you have a percentage?
Yeah, do you have, how many?
It was all designed for all 3 bedroom. My mistake.
can I ask you a question? So you have the development down here that's been apparently very successful. And, and the whole thing with the Chicos and the sale of these things going great. I'm just wondering if and you're going to apply, you told me last time that not just geothermal, but some newer technology here.
Yes.
Has there been any update there? And then my second question is, did you learn anything from this development that you're applying to this proposed development?
Yeah, that's a good question. Geothermal's worked out very well. This is very efficient, but they've actually started coming up with
That's what you
better
said.
technology that
Right.
air using just straight. It's a heat pump
The splits.
there, and the efficiency is right there with geothermal. Without the only thing with geothermal is when you have a problem with geothermal, you have the wells. It's a major problem.
Yeah.
A heat pump, you go and exchange, switch out the heat pump and you're back up and running. We have had a couple wells, each unit, so to speak, each system will have like 3 to 4 individual 100-foot wells. And that's how they, transmit the heat or cold, depending on the season. And we have had a couple fail for mechanical problems.
Really?
Yeah, it does happen.
Oh.
So here you're looking at doing all heat pumps?
That is what's our intent right now, because we could get super efficient heat pumps. That is just basically that's the next generation. That's what's you're going to be seeing.
So there's no gas.
No gas, no fossil fuels,
Really?
Just
So they're gonna be all electric.
all electric.
electric. Right.
So the design though, back to the design, the entrances, there's no hallways. The entrances come out onto the road, like with a porch or something like that.
There's a front door.
Front door,
Yes,
front door, outside
or and a garage.
and garage.
Yep.
The garages are below.
No, garages are very similar.
So the other thing is, the 3 bedrooms, and number of parking spaces and all that. What are we calling, what's your design call for?
Calls for 2-car garage, just like we're basically emulate.
So your design is
Going to be very similar to what we did. We were successful there. I have no complaints of the project. And that question about have you learned anything? Yeah, I guess we have. I got to think about it. But if you
I was
don't,
wondering.
then something's wrong.
I mean, it's very popular and
But we've had great success there. We
Yeah.
have no complaints.
yeah.
And the one thing we do notice is that we build them with full basements. There's not a lot of townhouses that have full basements. We have 2-car garage, and we have 2-car parking in front of that garage, obviously. So in other words, each unit could store on their premise 4 vehicles. And it's
That's unusual.
Yeah, that's unusual and that's been very well received.
Is there other parking that you would plan at this point?
Yes, we always put extra,
So that you're having a party,
absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
park on Route 6. It's all right. Don't,
Yeah, now,
I guess there will be some sort of a count.
But it's gotta be.
there's always going
You'll
to
have a count at some point.
yes, yeah, there's, Tim could answer that better, but I'm sure there's you need so many parking spaces per bedroom,
Right.
et cetera. And I know that we abide by all of that right now.
What, are there any outside amenities that you're offering? Are
Yes, we're gonna put it. There'll be a clubhouse. Right over here, rec building.
Okay.
Any pickleball courts? No,
No, that's. Yeah, you sound like my wife now. Yeah, everybody seems to be asking for that. May have to add that. But right now, what's proposed, it'd be a two-story. Let me reiterate, it's a one-story from the road. Be a second story open in the back. The grade goes down, but we're able to open back up. So you get two stories. In all honesty, I cannot remember the square footage off the top of my head. The one,
talking about the rec building.
the rec building.
That right.
The one thing you say, what did you learn? One thing we learned over Somers Crossing is that I don't think that the rec building is actually, in my opinion, bigger, much bigger than what it should be. It's a large space.
Is it being used?
Yeah, it's being used, but I think you could handle all the use with about half the space. You know, it's a lot for them to take care of, and this is just me.
How big is it? Remember?
Do you remember? 3,000 square feet. Has an outdoor patio and stuff like that, has an indoor gym. You know, it has an indoor kitchen and a central room. And you get people going there once in a while, and I do believe the way the HOA set it up is that people could actually rent it out for private use, you know, but I haven't seen a lot of that I'm aware of, maybe once, or twice in a year.
How will the affordable work? These homes are for sale, right?
Yep.
So, now I get the idea with, some of the rental business model for this, but what's the business model for affordable, units for sale?
You follow, that's, I believe it's outlined by the
Yeah,
county.
the county will tell you what.
And
you
what
do.
And they'll
Yeah,
tell you what
wanna know.
to sell it for.
And you're aiming this at the same
Dem-
cohort of people that you are in your
Yeah.
right here by the town,
Yes, pretty much. And
So-
I'll tell you what we
Um,
found over there.
older
It,
people.
More older people, one or two families, not a lot of kids. In fact, not a lot of kids at all. Mostly older clientele,
Are you you have 3 and 2 bedrooms?
threes and twos.
You're looking same price point type stuff?
Yeah, in all honesty, probably not, because the area here, real estate is location.
Yeah,
Area here
a little bit
will be just a little bit more.
more desirable.
And trust me, it's been a very fickle time, because the costs have just
Yeah.
skyrocketed in 3 years.
What's in the back of all the way to the west? I just can't see it. Remind me what those two buildings are, those two orange buildings?
Oh. Those two buildings, those are, that is was 6-acre parcel. That is our neighbor. We are buying 4 acres. We're in the process right now. We've already subdivided it. We're just waiting for county health department signature and we file it. But we are buying 4 of their 6 acres so that the property line ends up as shown.
Got it.
Oh, okay, so that's all right, so that's 2 acres, and so this map shows you already owning the 4 acres?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And they'll continue owning the 2 acres. And that's one of the neighbors.
Oh, these people here,
Yes,
they'll continue to be there.
yes,
And here's your lot back there.
yes, exactly.
And these are just homes, people's homes?
Just one house, it's all one house and a detached garage with an apartment, I believe.
Does that move your total footprint from 15 to?
No, it's
17 or
total.
19?
No, that's
Acres?
included into 15.
15.
It's not included. It's 17 with,
No, I don't think so.
yeah, I believe it is. The whole property. It's on that. On this.
With the other 2 acres,
Yeah.
maybe I'm
Yeah,
misunderstanding.
yeah,
With the remaining 2 acres, it would be more.
But you're not getting those 2 acres.
What we're purchasing. brings it to-
With the 4
Yeah,
acres.
it's
that you're in
it's
the process of buying-
15.6 acres.
I'll make sure that.
It's 15, we're not getting an additional 2 or.
No, it's 15
It's just 15
that you're buying.
acres. That's
Okay.
what you're seeing right there.
Right now, you own 11, you're gonna get another 4 in the next.
That's basically it,
You'll
exactly.
have 15. They'll keep 2. Okay.
Got it. I think I know the answer to this, but what school district?
So it's Somers.
It's in Somers, even though it's adjacent to,
It's Somers.
That's somewhere.
okay,
You go down the hill into Windsor, that gets into Lakeland
yeah.
and Mayapack. The Windsor development is
Why
not,
would they, with the town line so close, why would they do that?
it's, just-
Board of Ed.
did it back then.
That goes to the creation of school districts,
Yeah.
which came at various times and they did not go with town lines,
Oh,
which
yeah.
have changed.
Yeah,
Down here in North Salem.
Yeah, we have North Salem. We have people who pay
Well, the-
North.
Greenbrier.
Somer's town tax, Salem school tax.
Greenbrier.
Yep, Greenbrier,
Parts of green. Thank you.
anyway, and
all over.
So all of these are, just to make sure I have this, these are 2 and 3 bedroom each,
No, 3.
No, all
All
three.
3.
all 3. Oh, how did I get? Okay.
because I said it, I was,
Oh, okay. So they're all 3 bedroom with 2-car garages,
yes, full,
upstairs, downstairs and basement.
exactly,
So they are townhomes in the literal definition of it, I suppose.
yes.
What everyone thinks of a town.
What's the dimensions of a unit?
It's square
Why-
footage.
Well, I'm just trying, how wide are they and
What was-
do you have the renditions of it yet?
Like 2,100
Yeah.
and like
1600. Yeah, but around 2,100 to 22.
And they're all.
It's upstairs, downstairs.
Yes,
Probably, so 2,100, 2 floors. So 1,300 a floor. And then you said you'd have finished basements?
they can finish it if they want,
Oh.
More,
just like Somers Crossing.
It'd be an
I
option.
don't get a lot of them, but I think,
you know,
2 or 3 people have finished it.
Any fireplaces? No fireplaces.
Probably not. Again, what we learned, Somers Crossing, we have not natural gas, excuse me, propane
Prop-
tanks
yeah.
in the ground for cooking and a fireplace. That's all it's for.
yeah.
Won't do that again. Just won't do that again.
What's the
Too
heat?
much trouble or people didn't want them
Eh,
and it wasn't a selling point?
It's not a big selling point. It's cost. It's a fossil fuel you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So everybody's
Clean.
concerned about that.
This-
And we could get fireplaces now that basically run on electric and water mist, I believe is how they do it. They look like the real thing.
Really?
So, and the stovetops were always, propane. That was always
Yeah.
people wanted that. Not anymore. Now they got these electric ones that are I believe induction, they call them. And I'm told if you go that route, you'll never go back to gas. So things are changing.
Remind me, what's, is heat over there, Gio?
The heat over there is,
It is, okay.
It is, yeah. And you have another development down off of Mosman, I think, that is also geothermal.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So you know that,
on the residential side, half of them we do with Geo, half of them we do.
yeah. So you're experienced in it.
Yeah.
So all these will be the same square footage? Yes? Or there'll be some
Roughly. There's gonna be a couple different models.
so it
Right.
might be the Windsor, the Avalon.
That's it.
Not an Avalon.
Again, I'm going back to Somers Cross. Somers Crossing, we had 4 models.
Yeah,
Come to find out that there was basically one model that was preferable over more than the rest of them. And it's probably about 60% of the units of one model.
oh,
And 1 or 2 models never took all,
really?
just didn't take off well. So we could, again, things you learn,
So you learned a lot.
you learn, hopefully you learn a little bit over time.
Okay, well,
If, like I said, if you,
Right.
something's wrong.
Yeah.
Community benefits.
Yeah.
Didn't hit yet, and I know that's
Yeah.
high up on the list.
That's-
We're still, saying that we will rectify the problem we have over at Anglefly. You have those 8 buildings, we'll be taking them down for, I believe that comes under the rec department. Because I had discussions with them, and that is a high priority for them. It's quite a cost, but we said from day one, we will tackle that. The 15% affordable is,
And you anticipate or you approximate that cost to be about what?
more than likely between $1 and $2 million.
Will that be subject to
All right, this is
wage?
going up.
It's, well, the estimates that came in
It's on our property.
about four years ago, I believe it was, were somewhere around 900 and change or something.
Yeah.
And trust me, in construction,
no.
you're just not getting any.
We should have gotten taken that first estimate, but it was probably 10 years ago. At least one of them came in at about 200, 250. Should have taken that, shouldn't we?
Taking it,
Yeah.
Back then, it seemed like millions.
yeah, it's good, it's,
It was.
I'm telling you, the construction industry is really going a little crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is gonna straighten out. I thought by now it would a little bit. You know, like I said, the material costs on the units over there from beginning to end, which is only a 3-year period, I bet you is 2.5 times
Really?
difference. It's things that you would never think of or never, cross your mind as going crazy in price did. I could give you examples that I just can't understand it.
That's it. I'm not repairing my deck this summer. That's it.
So we're still waiting for that to kind of hopefully balance out a little bit.
We'll knock down those buildings. Okay.
So, yeah, so anyway, the buildings, we got the 15% affordable and
Well,
also,
15% affordable is not a community benefit. 50% affordable.
Yes.
You need to actually get into the sewer district. That doesn't,
probably so,
it's not an affordable, from our standpoint, it's not a.
probably
benefit.
so.
Yeah.
And the last thing is for the extra access to Mailpack Avenue, we're gonna be for the church property, we're repaving all their parking lots and homes over there. They got the 3 houses. And
So for them, that's
Hey, did.
for them, there's
for them, not for the
a
town.
there's a give and take. It's a
And cost,
town organization.
cost of doing business, cost, of cost of getting the extra
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah.
So but from my standpoint, for the town, the community benefit is, and it's a nice one, it's taking down the Anglefly properties. That's the community benefit.
So that's where we're at. That is where we're at.
Well, I think that's a big improvement going down to Mayapack Avenue. I wonder what the people on that end of the avenue, we had another proposal, as you probably know, on a little further down what used to be the driving range, and they were very active discussion about
A
it.
good way to put it, Rich.
So, that would be an interesting part of this, I would think, at some point. What, is it okay, or will they have things that we haven't thought of about that? But that's a big improvement. So it's much safer.
I'm not
Yeah,
questioning that. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
much better. Much,
And for us to go out that way, the church comes away with something that they need. And we come away with, with something.
Roughly again, where's that entrance? I know you have Tool Nut, then you have the church owns 3 properties.
To the left of the church.
Right here.
Okay.
And we're coming out, right where they have their exit right now.
And then right where the RE is, that's where the karate studio is, right? North Edge Realty. So the RE, that's on the other side of the
The
road,
street for us.
across the street. Yeah, it's on the other side. Okay.
so a person coming out here or going in there, they will not pass any residences on this, is that correct?
Across the street, there might be a few.
Oh, that's right, you did say that, right. Right.
Maybe more. The pastor here says that they were associated with their church.
Okay.
But I shouldn't say it. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, sure. I mean, make it easier if you don't pass other residents, I would.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That makes it good. I mean, from there, I mean, then you have the 4-way intersection up on top of the hill,
You got a light.
Route 6 going in
It's-
back out.
Safer.
That's as safe as you're gonna get.
Yeah, and that's only if they're gonna turn left. If they want to turn right, they can go out the other way,
Exactly.
so there won't be everybody going out.
No.
That maybe.
No. It's only if you want to go north.
So why do you think this will market to, say, 55 and older more than, families?
Just experience. It seems like that's what we've been getting.
Bedrooms are all up top though.
One second. How many families do you think we have out of the 66? Which is
2 or 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
it really could be.
Empty nesters. Empty nesters, just getting.
Yeah, I don't want to say, age, but we have, people from their thirties on up,
Anthony's question was,
Our kids, there's just not a lot of families.
are most of the bedrooms on the top floor, or is there first floor?
Well, again, what we learned, master on the first floor is almost
So the masters are all.
Master on the first.
first floor. That was our most popular model. We have a couple models actually that have master on the first, but when we put the master on the second floor, we got a lot of,
I remember you said that when you're proposing it, and that kind of struck me as surprising, because I was like, well, I'd be upstairs, but
it's,
that's not the
And
experience.
that's when you get older,
That's the new
you want to walk right in without having to
Yeah.
go up the stairs.
So is upstairs just 2 bedrooms?
That's why it goes to the.
2 or 3.
So, depending upon if you have the master downstairs, the upstairs, 2 bedrooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, if you have the master upstairs, there's 3 bedrooms.
All right, I'm just, I'd be interested to see what, the number of parking spaces and cars and you're gonna come up with estimates for all of that. May not have.
I believe we already have it. It's not on-
There's additional parking throughout the property
Sorry, Tim.
for visitor parking.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
I don't have the number on hand, but you can see from this plan, there's a block of visitor parking here, visitor parking here, visitor parking along the main road.
So the capacity of the visiting parking is what? And then you got 2. Yeah, 2 garages, 2-car garages in
Right,
each
there's
unit.
4 in the unit itself, 2 in the garage, 2 outside in the driveway, and then additional parking throughout the project.
And I know
There's
the parking.
plenty of parking.
Is this gonna be an HOA design? I mean, your original sort of prerequisites gonna have parking outside? Or are you gonna sort of encourage people to have parking in their garage,
It's hard to dictate, but one of the things we learned over Song's
A
Crossing
little bit outside.
is that you don't want overnight parking by the residents in the guest spots.
Right.
Right.
One or
Right.
2 people take advantage of that, to be quite honest, and they park, they think that's their,
And you got people parking, leaving their car in the driveway overnight.
No, no,
In a guest.
Well, so everybody pulls their cars into the garage. No outside. Typically, they don't outside.
No, what he's saying is they have 4 cars, they're gonna park in the driveway,
yes.
Yeah.
but some of them use
Some of them-
a guest spot.
Some Actually do use a guest.
Why
spot.
would they do that?
Why would,
Why wouldn't they do what?
Well, I mean, if you got a garage or a driveway,
It's-
why would?
My guess is if they have 2 cars in the garage and they have 2 cars in the driveway, they want to leave a spot so you don't have to go out and move cars. You could take the car from the driveway.
yeah, I've seen the the administrator for the HOA has already sent out numerous memos to the residents that there is no overnight parking, because there are, like I said, 1 or 2 people who kind of take advantage of that.
Well, if you had guests, isn't that for guests? I'm thinking my brother lives in a Toll Brothers thing up by Poughkeepsie, and so he has a garage, he has a driveway, but if you're gonna stay overnight or something,
Yeah, guess that's what it's for, guest parks.
yeah, okay.
Rich,
We all
just
know,
drive-
we all have children, right? So when you have a family, you have 5 cars in the house.
You could just drive around town and see how many people
Yeah,
park on the street. Everybody here has driveways and everybody parks on the street here. Because you don't want to have to get your kid up at 6 o'clock in the morning to move his car so you can get your car out of the driveway.
How long will the driveways be?
The-
Like just 1 car?
25, 20 feet. something
Okay.
like that.
Left for 1 car on each side.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
5-car Cerrico plantation.
We can't help, right?
Keeps them all in the cul-de-sac.
On the driveway.
Oh, right, family.
Hey, mine are in the driveway. I don't know.
Guys, anything else for Gus?
Oh, that's it.
Thank you for the
Guys, thank you for the update. We in touch with you.
definitely
Okay.
improved.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. It
Thank you.
clarifies a lot for us. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
You guys like, you guys are gonna leave, I'll wait a few seconds.
Get a glass of water.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody need to get a glass of water?
And you didn't have anything to say, which is the first time you've been in this room without,
I had a couple things to say, but you know what?
go ahead.
Did a fine job. Well, just 2 quick things, if I may, just 2 quick things. Number 1, insofar as the age consideration, if you look at the demographic studies that are ongoing, what's going to happen? This whole area of the Hudson Valley is aging dramatically. So your population is going to be
Yeah.
much older people. That's number 1. Number 2, What's rather extraordinary in terms of your zoning is that one of the requirements that's made with respect to this zone is that you must have frontage on Route 6, which is sort of interesting because it's counterintuitive because you got to have access. But your code says specifically that it must be on Route 6. And in terms of the checklist of all of the elements that are necessary for this zoning, not one variance is necessary. It's almost as though this legislation is specifically for this lot.
So you have to have frontage or access.
You have to have frontage. It says,
So if I have a road that comes out on Route 6, does that become frontage?
your code says specifically, adjacency to Baldwin Place Business Center in order to receive consideration for designation of the multifamily resident Baldwin MFRBP district floating zone that remained in there, that I'm sure you wanted to take that out, but the tract shall have frontage on Route 6. What it says. So it's rather, I'm just saying it's rather extraordinary because obviously the big concern is traffic, but nevertheless, your code for compliance, you must have frontage on Route 6. So anyway, that was just a point I was going to make. Thank you.
Thank you. I would just have one question for any Mr. Boniello. There's a lot of them. Is it possible to take a site walk, through your, just to see, just to feel it? Did that with one other. I found that helpful.
Anytime.
I would like to do that.
You guys want to contact
Yeah, we could
the
do that.
office?
That'd be
And we'll
good.
set up a time to come do that.
I mean, it's walkable most of the
Yeah.
part, right?
Good idea.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful to envision it
Yep.
rather than on a map. Thank you.
Right, contact me sometime end of the week or tomorrow or next time, early next week.
Very good.
Okay,
Thanks.
thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
This one.
You know, you know where there's wedding Monday?
Yes, I heard about it.
Cleanest one.
Pictures. Did you hear about the bachelorette party? Did you see that? Yeah, I did.
Oh, get those pictures. They're good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, thank you.
All right. Good night.
Hey, Jim.
Guys,
Here, Gus.
On here.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
20-something items.
Roll. Hey, we'll be moving.
We're gonna be moving
True.
to these now.
Be good.
That's true.
Okay, let me, it's on to number 3. Town of Somers Planning Department petition to enact proposed zoning map amendments that were identified in the 2016 comprehensive plan updates. Now this is for the Lincolndale area. I'd like to make a motion for A, declaration of town board as lead agency, and for B, schedule a public hearing for August 10th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Number 4, municipal facilities text amendment discussion. These are for our municipal buildings and residential zoning areas. I'd like to make a motion for A, declared notice of intent to act as lead agency, and B, authorize circulation of notice of intent to the planning board and other interested and involved agencies for review and recommendation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Question.
Including the county planning board.
And also the, and as well as the county planning board.
Right, that, okay. All in favor?
All in favor?
Yes.
Right, so moved. Great. Number 5, Erstep Biddle Somers Common Shopping Center petition to amend the town zoning code related to the community shopping district discussion. This one for the private recreation and veterinary services up there at the Somers Common Shopping. I'd like to make a motion to A, accept the petition.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. B, declared notice of intent and act as lead agency. I'll put all these together, guys.
Yes.
C, adopt a short form EEAF prepared for the proposed action, and D, authorize circulation of petition and notice of intent to other interested and involved agencies to review and recommendation. Like to make a motion for all A, B, C, and D.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, number 6,
Pause to the.
Town Hamlet Water Supply, Water Infrastructure Improvement Act, WIA grant. Application and discussion. Before we do that, we have Steve Robbins here from Woodard and Kern. If you want to give a few things on the WIA.
Yep, thank you. This is part of the town's ongoing work to address the MCL violation here at the townhouse and town annex for PFAS in the groundwater. Town runs a public water supply here for these buildings with the groundwater source and is currently under a notice of violation from the county health department for that compound in the groundwater. The town is participating in administrative hearings with the county health department to resolve that violation. The town and county agree that the best option is to connect to the adjacent Veolia run Heritage Hills water system. And the town is proceeding with negotiations with Veolia for that. This project to resolve that violation would involve the town installing a water main connection to the Veolia system, likely coming along Route 202 here, and with the option to serve commercial and some residential customers in the business historic preservation zone area. The town is, with our assistance, is working on obtaining funding for that project. We've made applications to our Congress folks for congressional earmarks through that program. And here we are looking at the WIA, Water Infrastructure Improvement Act program for potential of 25% grant funds for the project. In order to pursue that grant, the town board needs to take several actions. One is to complete the seeker process. And since this project is subject to an administrative proceeding, we can declare it a type 2 action. Then we also need to authorize the supervisor to sign that WIA application that we are preparing for the town. And lastly, to authorize issuance of debt for the full project amount, which is a component of the grant that is required, although it's not the town's intention to need to do so to any significant degree.
Any questions, guys?
No, I mean,
So this does not create a water district, which
Not yet.
I've had people around here say, are you,
That would be a
that might be
action.
coming, but it's a separate question from this, but it would allow that because of the access to the water, which would then allow us to create a district and then go through whatever has to be done there.
One of the things that's changed in the WIA grant process compared to other past large infrastructure projects that the town has considered is that the district does not have to be formed in order to apply for this grant.
That's good. All right.
So we can apply for it and have more certainty on funding than.
And you mentioned grants. Did you mean to say earmarks?
No, so the town is pursuing all possible avenues.
Because I don't
Funding.
think earmark this
There is
earmarks.
a federal.
There's funding. I'm just, they don't call it earmark.
I get my point there is the town is pursuing multiple lines of funding for this project.
Okay.
There is an established process for congressional earmarks, and the town has petitioned our Congress folks for funding for this project.
Because PFAS throughout the country.
Correct,
I mean, this is as a nation, we have to deal with this in some systematic way.
correct.
We're all over the place
And
because it's a terrible problem
through,
and we've created it ourselves.
absolutely. And so one of the other mechanisms for funding as an emerging contaminant, PFAS, is eligible for funding under the WIA grant program. So earmarks and WIA are two separate funding streams. Point being that the town is pursuing all possible funding streams for this, WIA being the most current one that the town is.
Are our grant writers involved in?
We're assisting the town with the grant application.
so Steve,
Our grant, so O'Connell is not?
That's correct.
That isn't, they're not.
so Steve, the size of the project, $2 million,
$3 million project.
$3 million project. Okay. All right.
All because they changed a number.
About 3 years ago,
Yep.
they essentially changed the standards for
I agree.
measurements of PFAS to what, parts per million from something that was, who knows whether that's right or wrong, but you know, these inert elements are dangerous. And,
At
You know,
the
it's-
same level for years.
and so we have within a short period of time that we have to find, you know, grant money and allocate money to comply with this.
And other systems in town are also facing this issue.
And they're complying with it, right? So,
You have to.
Not
So much choice.
All right, thanks.
thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, no one else?
No.
Okay, then on Town Hammond Water Supply, we just talked about, make a motion. I'm gonna put A, B, C, and D all together. Motion to declare notice of intent to act as lead agency. B, identify the proposed action as a type 2 action under SECRA. C, complete the executed and required grant documents, and D, authorize the insurance of debt up to 2.92 million for the project. Can I get a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
None of this money would come from the east of Hudson money that we were talking about
No.
before another project. Okay.
Not at all.
So that money is still there that we could access if, okay,
This is not an element
right,
of those funds.
yes, right, okay.
Move on to number 7.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve.
Number 7, refer requests for 2 3-way stop signs in Heritage Hills at Westwidge Drive and West Hill Drive and Westwidge Drive and Waterview Drive to the Somers Police Highway and Engineering Departments for evaluation. Make a motion to refer those 2 requests out.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Number 8, request permission to go to bid for the construction work required to renovate the Somers Library Teen Room as per proposal submitted and approved by Lothrop Associates per memo dated June 30th, 2023 from Jennifer Daddio, Director of the Somers Library. I'll make the motion to request permission to go to bid. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Elephant Hotel Historic Preservation Grant Application. Now, we tried this application back in 2001.
Twen-
2021. Yeah, sorry. 2021. I'm going to put all these together again, A, B, C, and D. Declaration of the town board to act as lead agency. Identify the proposed action as a type 2 action under SECRA. Execute the required grant documents and authorize up to 50% match for the funding of a grant not to exceed $500,000. I'll make the motion
It's
to
320.
No,
Where?
go to the one above it.
Okay, got it.
You're right.
Got it.
Yeah. I make the motion to preserve the grant application.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
perhaps anyone who's watching, you could
Go ahead.
give them a short, here's what the grant would do if we were to get it.
You'd like to, go ahead, you're
Well,
on a roll.
No,
don't wanna steal
I'm
your
just
thunder,
having
right?
more fun with my little point.
With your pointer?
As
Yeah. Oh, I assume it's the things with the air conditioning.
Air conditioning units and that kind of nature, just to improvements that we have here at the Elephant Hotel. It's been essentially being a historical preservation on the registry. There's certain things that
Yes,
we
very,
it's very we have to be careful about how we update the building. So
Strict.
very strict in what we do. So going out there and trying to get this grant application for us would only help with that to maintain this building and keep it the way on the registry as we need to. So that's sort of what we're going to.
yeah, and it's necessary and it's an improvement. And I wish the first time was a good plan, and I think it's a better plan now.
Yeah, we're very unique in that regard, right? A lot of people have brand new facilities. We don't. We've taken an old historic building and made it the center of town, made it to where people come in. So we're doing our best to continue to maintain the building at that level, and we will look at all avenues and resources to do that. Moving right along here to number 10, vacuum truck grant discussion. I know we tried this back in 2021 and 2022 as well. We were unsuccessful. I believe we have everything that we need in place to hopefully be successful. I believe one of those years they did not offer the vac truck, but we graded out a score of 91 on 2 of those occasions. It's pretty high, so I won't knock on wood. I just did, but that we get this. It will be very beneficial to our highway and for all the things that have come down for cleaning of our pervious surface. It will just lead that. I think we're one of the only municipalities in Westchester County that does not have a vac truck. So this is why we are pursuing it. We've gotten letters from multiple municipalities in favor of us getting this grant. So we're looking for that as well. I'm going to put all of these together, A through D. Declaration of town board to as lead agency, identify the proposed action as a type 2 action under Secra, complete the executed the required grant documents, authorize a 25% match for the funding of the grant not to exceed $325,000. I'll make a motion to pursue the grant.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Number 11, authorize supervisor to adopt the town of Somers use of the Model T vehicle policy effective immediately. So for people who don't know, we have a Model T. I think it's in 1920 Model T. It's a pretty old thing.
1915.
1950, 1918, somewhere around there.
You see it in the parades.
You've seen it in the parades. We have structured a, for people who are interested, we've gotten a lot of people who are interested in driving the Model T. But we need to have some criteria in place. So we're putting a policy together. So to preserve that. And we have one gentleman who does drive the Model T through the parades, and he will be teaching people how to use it. So we're coming up with that. So for number 11, I'd like to make the motion to authorize supervisor to adopt the town of Somers use of the Model T vehicle.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Is there money allocated for to buy special hats and white jackets?
No, don't.
Well,
Are
there's a
those
couple,
required?
there's a few things that you have to have a hat, you have to have a scarf,
Goggle.
and you have to have goggles. Yes, and
So much equipment.
and gloves. So, and they all have to be white. So that's, so we,
Very historic.
very historic.
Outstanding.
Number 12, rescind the resolution from June 1st, 2023, approving the purchase of one 2023 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive pickup truck from the National Auto Fleet Group Sourcewell contract for $43,200 due to the unavailability of the vehicle. I'd like to make a motion to rescind the resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I so moved. Request permission to purchase a 2024 Chevy 2500 HD four-wheel drive pickup truck for a cost not to exceed $49,000 through the National Auto Fleet Group Sourcewell contract. The cost of the vehicle shall be shared between the Somers Consolidated Water District and the Somers Sewer District. Per memo dated June 14, 2022 from Frederick McQuillan, Water Superintendent. I'd like to make a motion to request permission to purchase.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Request permission to approve the purchase, the needed parts for GA Industries to repair a 10 automatic control valve on a 16 transmission main at the Granite Springs Valve Chamber, not to exceed $8,992 per memo dated June 27th, 2023 from Frederick McQuillan, Superintendent of Water and Sewer. Make the motion to. What do you mean?
Parts.
It's okay.
Well, depending on.
E. Fred.
It's under 10,000.
But it should be in our thing.
I think
These are emergency purposes.
he's going to a particular supplier. Yeah, Industry. Maybe that's the only part that qualifies.
Is that something that should be checked to make sure that
You can certainly ask him.
we're following?
I'm assuming that that's the reason.
Okay.
Well, assuming that that is the reason, then we would approve it,
Yeah.
but I suppose.
We can approve it.
We can approve it. Why don't we,
Yeah.
we'll approve, and if we have to go to bid on it, we'll put on next. Or we'll take.
Run it by the policy and see. what we
Yeah.
can do.
So for this purposes here, let's make a motion to request permission to approve the purchase of the parts.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Number 15, request the town board resolve to have the terms and conditions of employment for the non-union deputies superintendent of highways that were initially resolved on November 14th, 2022 be clarified to follow specific terms and conditions of the Teamsters Local 456 collective bargaining agreement as outlined in the resolution drafted by the town's labor attorney covering the time period of January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023. Make a motion to town board to have those terms and conditions resolved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. 16, authorize supervisor to execute the agreement with the South Salem Animal Hospital for boarding and impounded dogs from the town of Somers covering the time period of April 1st, 2023 through March 30th, 2025. Per June 3rd, 2023 email from Patricia Calva, our town clerk.
Just to remind me, how much are we paying for each of these overnight? Because
We pay $60 a night for a dog. It's just went up to $60.
okay.
And whatever the current rate of the Bordella dog is. When they get
Or,
there.
Patty, turn your mic on.
Okay,
So it's $60 per night, but that's only if we cannot find the owner.
right.
We bring
Yeah,
a dog to South Salem
yeah,
and then the owners comes forward, pays their thing. They are then responsible to pay whatever the stay of the dog.
Got it.
now this is just in case somebody's been following carefully, we used to have it with, I guess, up at Mayapack, where we paid a flat fee at one point to somebody.
That was with the SPCA and Briar.
Oh, yes, yes,
And-
and this saves us a lot of money.
Yes.
That was a
Contract.
lot of money,
That was how many years ago? It was going from 8,000 to 13,000. We said, forget it.
right, right,
So we did it this way. So it's kind of a pay as you go
sure.
when you need it.
And if you get your dog back, you gotta pay.
You have to pay if
Right.
it's your dog.
Hmm.
But like we've had an instance where
Yes,
somebody has dumped their dog on the town of Somers and refused to go pick it up.
yeah,
We had quite a bill for that. So now we have an end date.
Oh.
Like, you know, it's only for so many days and
I don't know,
they need to figure out.
that I don't, yeah, I don't wanna know. Okay,
Thank you, Patty.
thank you.
All right, I'll make the motion to authorize supervisor to execute the agreement with South Salem Animal Hospital.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Number 17, I'm gonna put A, B, C, and D all together in one. Authorize supervisor to sign the following: the renewal contract for the town's insurance with travelers for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, per June 2023. Email from Robert Kehoe, Director of Finance, retro to July 1st, 2023. B, the renewal contract for the town's workers' compensation insurance with PERMA for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, per the June 23rd, 2023. Email from Robert Kehoe, Director of Finance, retro July 1st. The renewal contract, including the terrorism form for the town's commercial excess umbrella insurance with American Alternative Insurance Corporation for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, per June 2029-23. Email from Robert Kehoe, retro to July 1st, 2023. And the volunteer accident insurance contract with Philadelphia Insurance Companies for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 20th, 2024, per referral from Robert Kehoe, Director of Finance, retro July 1st, 2023. I'll make a motion to allow the supervisor to sign off on the following.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved.
Did you see where Travelers Insurance pulled out of Florida?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Really?
They will not insure down there. anymore.
Nope, that place is getting tough for insurance.
Yeah,
Wow. Is it flood insurance?
I think between
Lot of
hurricanes,
disaster.
floods and all that, I think they just won't insure anymore.
Natural disasters.
I don't think it's retro, I don't think you're grandfathered in. I think I read that there were people who have that insurance who now have to
Yeah, they can't.
shop,
Oh, wow.
right, Tom?
Yeah,
So it goes to the government's flood insurance, right?
I don't know.
I think,
Mhm.
but that is tough,
Tough thing.
problematic.
I mean, if they're out, will others? Anyway, we're getting off topic, my fault.
It's all right. Good topic. 18, authorize supervisor to execute a 3-year renewal with New York Studio Gov OS, formerly known as Seamless Docs, for website services in the amount of $12,937.50 per year for 36 months, the period of June 29th, 2023 through June 28th, 2026.
Now, let me ask a question, because Seamless Docs is one of those that I brought to the town when it wasn't working. So I actually went down their offices to try to advocate for the town's position to move them along. We didn't think they were moving very quickly, and thank goodness, Tammy was right on top of this. My question is simply this: sometimes they haven't been as responsive, I don't think, to the town's needs as they should be. Or at least from my point of view, obviously they would have a different one. And now it's taken over by a new company. Is Tammy, or have we gone out to see, is everybody happy with them and their service? Is this something that we should go down and put some other pressure, see these new people, make sure we're on the same page, or I was just wondering if there's any background.
Well, we haven't had any, I haven't had any people come across and saying that there's been an issue.
No.
But to your point, I mean, going down there and having a deeper conversation with them, since it's a new ownership, I think it doesn't hurt. I think that's.
Because one of the things about the seamless docks was that people would do more and more on their phone, on their computer, and that this was going to be phased in with their help, which we pay for. And I want to make sure that they are continuing to do their part to help us put as much as possible, and I don't know if they have or they haven't, on it, so that they are fulfilling their side of the agreement. And that's my only question. I really don't have any other information. I'm just wondering if anybody has any information on that.
Is this an annual contract?
Is
36
this
months.
36
God, it's there's two components to this. There's the website and then there's seamless stocks portion.
Right.
So you're trying to assess what's the value of what we're paying for and how far have we gotten in the last, 36 months?
Well, we were making progress. Obviously, it's incremental for.
As long as we're going in the right direction and
I was just wondering if Tammy has said to you, oh, here's what I think, or here's how we're moving. These people are really good. They've changed the people around because all the names that I would know probably aren't there anymore. I was just wondering.
To answer your question, I think it's been a pretty seamless transition. No pun intended, but I think, listen, it doesn't hurt to have a.
Maybe I can follow up with her and see where it can.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
I feel responsible.
I'll make the motion to authorize supervisor to execute a 3-year renewal contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Number 19, schedule a public hearing for the town board discussion for chapter 77 buildings unsafe, section 77-9 as it relates to 5 Cottage Place for August 10th, 2023. As we know, we've had this come before us before, unsafe building. So I'd like to make a motion to schedule the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Patty, we have 2 add-ons here. Number 20. Exterior security, Mount Zion Church, at least in the police building. Change of work order not to exceed $2,600. I'll make the motion to sign off on that change work order.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so moved. Number 21, this is for the execute the SAM grant. For A is for the HVAC system for the Reynolds House, and B, the police vehicle and speed traffic calming devices. I would like to make a motion to elect those grants. Award to make the motion to execute the SAM grant award.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay. Oh, moving right along. All right, personnel. We do have current vacancies once again for our Affordable Housing Board, Partners in Prevention, and our Veterans Committee as well. If you would like to serve on one of our boards here in the town, please contact our office. And we'll set up a time to meet you. The town board and myself will set up a time to meet you. See what you're looking to do. We also have an upcoming vacancy on the Assessment Board of Review. It's a 1 5-year term ending in September of 2023. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the hiring of Alexander Cholo as a seasonal laborer in the Parks and Recreation Department. Hourly rate of $20 per member dated June 6, 2023 from Steve Ralston, Superintendent of Parks and Recreation, retroactive June 12th, 2023. Make the motion to authorize the hiring.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Rob, did you want to appoint?
Yeah, I'll do that I'll do the number 7. I'll add the.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 4, authorize the hiring of Michael Bergen as part-time school crossing guard for the Somers Police Department, an hourly rate of $25 per memo dated July 7th, 2023 from Chief Brian Linklater, Chief of Police, effective August 28th, 2023. Mr. Bergen has passed the necessary background checks. I'd like to make the motion to authorize the hiring of Michael Bergen.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Number 5, acknowledge the resignation of Gina Arena as a member of the Somers Energy Environmental Committee, which serves at the pleasure of the town board effective June 9th, 2023. I'll make the motion to acknowledge that resignation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. If you guys know that Gina,
Thank you For Gina.
yeah, thank you, Gina,
Yeah.
for serving on that. So there will be the Somers Energy Environmental Committee position that is open. Like I said before, we just got a $5,000 grant that they put in from New York Stretch Code. Gina has gone on to our Veterans Committee. So she's one of the members of our Veterans Committee as well.
Right.
Number 6, authorize the reappointment of Bobby Brower to the Somers Affordable Housing Board for a 2-year term ending July 11th, 2025. I'd like to make the motion to authorize the reappointment of Bobby
Second.
Brower.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so move. And then now authorize the appointment of Thomas Morrow to a 3-year term to the Partners in Prevention, term ending 12/31/2025. Make the motion to authorize the appointment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Planning and Engineering for review and comment. The BHP district application. RSEC, is that what you said? Is that it? RSEC Corporation for the proposed parking lot expansion, 380 Route 202. I have no comment. Anybody? No?
comment.
All right. On to G, police, no additional business. Consensus agenda 1, 2, and 3. I make the motion to approve the consensus agenda for 1, 2, and 3. Get a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Calendar. August 10th, our town board work session and town board regular meeting will be combined. And that will be at 7 o'clock. September 7th and 14th. Our work session and regular meeting will be at 7 o'clock on October 5th and October 12th. Work session and regular meeting again at 7 p.m. We have a few town board announcements here. Calendar. Thank you to all those who donated blood during our June 16th blood drive. We collected enough to save 49 lives saving units, which is very critical during the summer months. So congratulations and great job to everybody there. Keep Somers Beautiful Litter Cleanup Weekend, July 15th and Sunday, July 16th, 9 to 12. Registration here at the Elephant Hotel, right here in the parking lot. We have our Somers Summer Concert Series presented by Parks and Rec and the Somers Historical Society. It's open to everybody, free of charge. Saturday, June 15th, the 20th annual Woody Guthrie Birthday Hootenanny. And that's at Mount Zion Church. The July 22nd, Mike Burns and Highway 53 Bluegrass, Mount Zion Church. Just south, right, already know right where Reese Park is. August 5th, Dave Powers, classic acoustic rock on the Reese Park stage. Saturday, August 12th, the Independence R&B, pop, rock, and jazz. That's at Reese Park stage as well. Save the date, family movie night sponsored by the Somers Chamber of Commerce, which is Wednesday, August 16th at Reese Park. I don't have anything else. Patty, do you?
There. There, Paul, you turned it on.
On this day, we lost the great George Steinbrenner 13 years ago
Wow.
at the ripe old age of 80.
The right phone age of 80.
Did, huh?
Unbelievable.
Doesn't seem as old.
9 days after his birthday. I'm done now.
Yes,
True.
very nice. Anybody have anything else?
Before Trump.
Anything?
Enjoy the summer.
Oh, it's just, I couldn't believe it was 13 years ago.
Wow. Anybody else?
Enjoy the summer. Just be careful driving. There's a lot of code enforcement going on, so slow down.
Slow down. Well said. Not anything? You? Rich? All right, on that note, I'd like to make a motion to.
Oh, I would like to
Oh,
say something.
yeah, well.
I apologize. I would like to extend congratulations to
Mm.
Grandpa Clinchy. On the
That's right.
grandchild.
Congratulations,
Make me
Glenn
feel
Paul.
older. I will send you all pictures. I will do that right when this is over. I will do that. Yes, Jordan, Lily, Clinchy Talty, and yes, she's 8 pounds, 7 ounces. And Jim Boniello's daughter was helpful to my daughter during this time. And so yeah, she's a beautiful girl.
Congratulations.
She lost 10% of her weight in the first 20 hours of life. So, but she's doing healthy and great. She speaks French. She's 10 days old. She's and she's doing math. It's unbelievable.
Thanks after your wife.
As, as every grandparent will say, my God, my grandkid is a genius. I'm telling you.
They are.
You know,
He already knows how to use the iPhone.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah, please, never.
Congrats, Rich.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I will extend that to my daughter.
Yes.
please.
Anybody else?
Nope.
All right, then we will close out, make a motion to close out tonight's Somers Town Board combined work session and regular meeting.
Second.
All right, and then all in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
That was a quick one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.